All right, chat. So those who don't know, Limusy Slime is an animation creator, deals literally with a lot of the Helliverse stuff, but also a different style, a lot of just the animation critiques and animation, looking at stories and things like that. As a creator, she has amassed about 40K subscribers. She has like 2 channels, if I remember correctly. Limus came under fire about last month or so when a Google Doc came out regarding their Discord server. Now, I had known this ahead of time, that one of the weirdest things about Limus as I think they're like 19-ish from what I remember correctly, Limus had minors in her Discord server. And the excuse was, well, they're here, we'll chill out, they're okay, there's no predation, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then a Google Doc came out. Now, I want to make something very clear about the Google Doc. So when the Google Doc came out, you can watch Chris the Narc's channel for it. He actually reviewed the Google Doc. The images specifically are not necessarily explicitly lewd. Like, there's no sexual actions that are taking place. There are talks about kinks. Limus talks about denying a sex toy sponsorship. I said this before for those who weren't in the chat at the time. There is a picture that has always burned into my mind where it's General Grievous with cat ears, and General Grievous is like in a position like, with like its flat ass just there. It's very bizarre, very weird. And there's also some risque art. I believe there's I think it's Tony the Tiger, or just a tiger in general, that has like no shirt on, and the pants are like a little loose and droopy on the bottom. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to look at it again. One of the things that the fallout of that document was Limus's response to taking out the minors, being like, oh, it was so hard to do this. I can't believe other people wanted me to take out minors from my Discord server. And it was like, I always remember sitting there being like, they're a fucking moron. Now, there's other allegations that revolve around one of the Hell of a Boss VAs in a video titled, and I quote, "How Not to Write a Victim of Abuse." This is where it gets a little weird for me personally. You have a video about how not to write a victim of abuse. You have a video on mouthwashing and media literacy. These are not topics, in my opinion, that children need to be in a private Discord server for. I want to make something very, very clear. The art, from my recollection, was not NSFW. It was lewd, but it was not like NSFW in the way that we are typically used to, where you'll see like porn art. Where was it risque? 100%. Should it have been shared in and around minors? My opinion, no. And I still say that, and I still stand by that. From the outset, it did not look like grooming or predation. It was weird, and it was uncomfortable, and it was, in my opinion, the incorrect thing to do. I don't think that it's appropriate for anyone under the age of 18 to be in a Discord without any type of parental supervision at all. And I don't know how the fuck you're gonna manage that as a parent. There are multiple content creators who have talked about Limusy Slime. Now, one of my major complaints of Blackishh's video on Psy was the fact that Limus was included in the video. I said Limus had active allegations of improprieties and towards minors, and it was inappropriate to put them in the video because that's the only thing that you could focus. Like an easy thing to refute, being like, you're associating with someone like this.
That is a lie. That's a joke. That's a lie. They're not a rapist. They're just a pedophile. It was also a joke. A lie.
Okay, so he's...
They're not a pedophile. They just do the same things they do. Now the situation is close to me, so I want to take it as serious as possible, you know, and
So outright he is like, okay, here's my thing. You don't call someone a pedophile and then say, but they do the same things as a pedophile. That is okay. We're here. Again, I have seen the document. I can't openly and conclusively say that Limus is a pedophile. So what I am incredibly interested by is if Blackishhh and then Pink King, because we'll go over Pink King's videos, have information that we don't have because they were friends, I guess, or compatriots at one time.
So I make a post calling him a retard that preaches to acquire.
Okay, so I saw this screenshot going around, right? This screenshot was Limus going, is it wrong to think in my head Gangle is an SA victim and Jax is their abuser? Weird. That's stuff that's never been discussed. A weird tweet, I get a weird blue sky post, I guess. Very bizarre, but like people have strange and bizarre fucking media takes. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, full disclosure, I have not really watched Digital Circus, not my level of autism. I think I've watched 2 of the episodes, and specifically in and around the fact that I've sat in another creator's chat when watching it. Is this just like a weird thing to do? Like, am I the only one that feels like this is uncomfortable? To be like, you know what? You know what my headcanon is? That this guy's a rapist, and this is his rapey. Like, what the fuck? Like, can we have that conversation where it's like, listen, I know that none of this is there, but this guy's the rapist. It's like, the fuck?
I open my phone and I see Limus is a predator, a groomer, all these terms. So I quote tweet this post that has been deleted, thank you, asking for an explanation, and a pal of the channel sent.
This document has been out for over a month. I mentioned the document in a video that I know he has watched. Allegedly. I don't know how much he's watched. This doc has been going around. You should know this about a creator that you're working with. I can't just sit there and say in the last 2 days you've heard about this document. This document has been discussed. It was discussed in my video or in my stream where I critique your video on Psy. Cool. But isn't it weird that you're now discussing it? Am I weird to say that? Am I weird to be a little bit suspect of that? I don't personally think so. I will err on the side of caution and say maybe he didn't watch all the context of my stream or other people's videos on him or the situation. Maybe he didn't watch other stuff on Limus. Maybe Limus talked to him about it behind the scenes. But it's weird in my personal opinion. The doc has been going around for over a month.
And I open the doc. I read through the doc, and you know I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this doesn't look too good. Limus, could you fucking explain yourself here? Now let's go way back.
Again, other people had told him this. People in his comment section, from what I remember, were also telling him this.
So let's fast forward to the Side Scribbles arc. I'm looking more into this Limus stuff, and I get to this response video. In the video, the biggest thing that caught my eye was the fact that they had a Discord, and in the Discord there was apparently a groomer or multiple groomers that had to get kicked out. Whoa, that's pretty big. But if that's just it.
So, from my understanding from Limus's Discord, there was a 30-year-old individual who was posting like Nami art or like Nami figures. Again, Nami is a risque character. It's One Piece. Listen, I'm not fucking... Again, another reason why you don't have fucking minors in a Discord. Because if you don't have minors in a Discord, that shit don't happen. Fucking fascinating. And again, my argument to that would be, I think Limus also posted some things that was like, ugh.
I don't really give a fuck. I mean, he advertised it as a safe place for kids. Strike one, hold on. But if it actually is, and there's no devious things going on, who gives a fuck? I mean,
what are you saying? Be an adult. Kids should not be in your server. You know the style of video that Limus wrote. How to not be a good SA victim? Like, come on. I don't agree with that at all. Like, that is, well, the Discord is a safe space for minors. How can you have a private Discord that is a safe space for minors when two of your biggest videos are a has-been hotel about Angel Dust, which is a character who is sexually assaulted and a victim of the porn industry, as well as oh my god, what the fuck is the name of that game? Mouthwashing. Mouthwashing is a fucking game where the central plot is the only female character is raped. And it's the failure and the implicit and explicit failures of masculinity. Are you absolutely... that's my issue with this. Off rip, they are making content that is adult focused. You should not have a safe space for minors. How do you discuss the video topics? I would never say that my Discord is a safe space for minors, because it's not. My streams are not a safe space for minor. I always said that. These streams are 18 plus. I set the stream as 18 plus. I do it all the time, but you fuckers can lie about your age. I can't fucking do anything about that. But you guys can lie about your age. You shouldn't allow minors in your Discord, and inherently, if you are creating a quote safe space for minors, in my personal opinion, this is my opinion, it should not be in and around content that deals with adult themes, and definitely the discussions that were happening in there. Minors should have their own spaces. And again, like I said, if we're going to do this, what is the level of parental supervision that is taking place? Because parental supervision should take place, as much as people don't want to agree with that.
So I go on and make the video. Success. The video is a hit. So after that, I continue to interact with Limus a few more times, back and forth.
So here's the fun fact. That document comes out before that video. This is already a misrepresentation of the facts because the document comes out before the video. I said this. The document came out before the video. So Blackishhh didn't vet it. You allegedly saw parts of my coverage. So I'm curious where the complaint about Limus wasn't there. Did you not? I don't know. Think about that.
I'll put the DMs on screen, but I'll just tell you the stuff.
Okay, so here we go. I want to see Limus's reaction to this. This is a big shout out to Blackishhh. I'm actually very interested in this. So, I don't know if Blackishhh is going to read it, so I'm going to read it. Yo, Blackishhh says, what? Limus the slime. That document is full of lies, dude. Like the DMs are faked. They are not DMs, they are conversations in the public Discord. Limus T Slime goes on to say, these are not DMs, they are conversations from my Discord server from a year ago when less than 50 people were in. I don't know about that. Here's Limus T Slime, right? Limus, if I remember correctly, you said that it was hard to dig them all out. It's a lot of hassle going through over 200 Discord members to determine who's a minor and who's not, just because people online cried, especially when it halts progress on my projects. Forgive me if I don't have a smile on my face right now. Limus, now you're saying they're old screenshots from when your Discord server was only 50 people? Very interesting. Yeah, 200 people is nothing. That's literally an hour to 2 hours of. Interesting, Limus. I don't know. I don't like this. That's lazy. So, going on to say, dude, I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm going through a lot. Blackishhh says, and I'm sorry that you're going through shit, but you gotta think, like, I got people telling me I've been friends with a groomer. This shit isn't something you can just not talk about, especially when you're not even denying it. Limus says, read the document yourself, stop listening to the shit other people say about it, who literally only believe it because they hate me.
Dude.
Hello, dude. A space, everybody. A space. So you covered the Limus stuff. I covered the Limus stuff a little bit. I didn't go through the doc. I know you did, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I looked at it in my own time as well.
So, like, you and I have reviewed the doc. We've reviewed the materials in there. Calling it grooming, there's an argument for it. But is there evidence at this time for Limus to be a pedophile?
I don't think that there's any conclusive enough evidence for that, to be honest with you, because it's like there's no way to prove that they had like attraction to kids or anything like that. Were they inappropriate and reckless? I would say that, but I think what we're kind of like finding here is we are basically getting media reviewers' takes on like pedophilia. So it's like
yeah. It's like it's like media reviewer is the Lolita in real life.
Yeah. It's
But it's like,
Great
again,
stuff.
like I don't want to take away the seriousness, because you and I have we've talked privately. I don't mind like speaking about it, but you and I were both like, this Limus person's fucking weird. This is really like fucking this is really reckless to do with your platform, and the idea that you're creating a safe space when you're talking about thirsting after General Grievous, denying a dildo sponsorship, and all of this like weird, like the art is like, I've shown the art on stream previously when we talked about the Blackishhh video. It's not great. It's not fucking good.
No, yeah, it's it's pretty scuffed. They also had like that one like lion or tiger. The tiger from Fortnite.
Yes,
and, like, they had, like, just a little bit, dude. It was. It's like, oh, I have such a crush on this guy. It's like, oh, dude, okay.
Blackishhh goes on to say, dude, I've read it and it looks bad. At least tell me what's lies and if something's wrong with it. Because the messenger doesn't matter if this shit is real, dog. Is there anything you could say? Literally anything at all that would make this not what it is, because of all you can say is it's lies, it was a long time ago, or it's bad faith. I can't fuck with you no more because this is weird as fuck. The whole reason I'm asking you is because I don't want to just believe what someone else is alleging about someone I consider a friend. So if there's literally anything concrete you can tell me to prove the doc, tell me. Again, I want to highlight this. This doc was out for what, almost a month, 2 months now? This doc was going around. Like, I guess that's like part of my complaint is the doc was around, people have been discussing it, but you did initially, in my personal opinion, shoot the messenger because you didn't like them. That is like negligence on your part. And listen, I've been negligent on my part. It's an L that I gotta take, but it is what it is, right?
You're doing the pedophile thing, bro. What is happening? Everything you're doing right here.
Not Sean the Legend, bro.
I don't know who Sean the Legend is. Hey, look, I'm there at the corner of the video again. Who the fuck is Sean the Legend?
Okay, so a very, very small brief thing of context that you'll just need to understand this is they are a lolicon defender, but they only got some traction because during the whole Tipster Vosh controversy, the thing that was ages ago, they were actually defending Vosh and Tipster about that shit.
I hate this.
So I only know them because I had some buddies at the time that were beefing with this guy, and I think the funniest thing is like he agreed to try to like confront one of these people, right? And only came in and intended to play like Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, but his mic was muted, so he was just quiet for 3 minutes, and they were all just confused, like why he was silent. So he failed his own troll. He's a very interesting character.
Nobody was groomed in my server. Even the people that documented have tried to make it out that the victims say that they weren't groomed. The worst I did was make crude sex jokes at a public Discord server with at most 50 people during the time. I have no conversation history with alleged victim beyond don't do that in regards to something that they did in the server. Moderation in the server could have been a lot better during that time, but that's all that happened.
To my server, it was just crude sex jokes. That's all. The moderation could have been better. I'm pretty sure there was mods. Check that out for me. Mods, put that in the comments. Confirm that in the comments for me. I bring up the advertising.
Huh?
Lol.
What? Why don't you show proof from the document? Why don't you edit the document into the... This is an edited video! I feel like he wants to give me an aneurysm. I feel like he wants to give me an aneurysm. Just edit it in. It's like it is it's not TOS. Like you and I can agree that none of those images are necessarily TOS, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's really anything that's gonna flag anything.
Yeah, so I'm like, just show the images, because if you don't have proof of DMs, which you initially thought it was DMs, and it's a public GC, you could at least show that the recklessness in public set up an environment for people to feel comfortable with that, acknowledging that there are minors in the Discord. Let's see. Blackishhh goes on to say, like, but what about the advertising? It was marketed as a safe place for kids, and there was a channel for hot cartoon characters, and you all were just sending pictures and talking about wanting to smash the character. Like, in going through these, and I'm not trying to call you a groomer, but this looks a lot like grooming. Even if you weren't outright grooming the kids in that server, talking about this stuff in general is insane. Yes, that is fair. That is fair. Other people had said that. Hi, it was me, motherfucker. It was me all along. It was me, Barry. It was me.
You see, like, I kind of like feel like it's fair for like Blackishhh to cut them off, but like I wouldn't consider Limus a pedophile. I think that might be a little front loaded, but like, you know, I think it's fair to cut someone off, like, because of this shit. Like,
100%. I'm not shitting on Blackishhh.
No, I'm not saying you're not.
Cutting them off.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, these are not appropriate poses. I don't think that that's Limus's account, but again, these are not appropriate poses.
The drag and all it leaves, you can see.
Yeah, that channel should have just not existed.
Yeah. None of this should have existed.
I'm just gonna show some of the shit that they were saying in the server, like some of the characters and shit. Like,
okay, this isn't, but I don't understand. Like, this isn't a screenshot that's inherently sexual. Also, I also want to point out that he says last year. This was 11/25/2024. This is literally November of last year. I want to point out. When they say last year, it's not like years ago, 2023. This is November.
Yeah, I think like what the only like even though like I would agree that those images would probably not be sexual in nature. I think what always is gonna fuck them every time is that it's literally called the character simprum.
Yes.
So it's like the context of them being posted is always gonna be like
to fawn over them. Yeah, to fawn and have that reaction. Now, is it arguably that it's all sexual? I mean, like. I can't sit here and always say that it is or it isn't. But again, this is why you don't have minors in your Discord, because nobody should be arguing this. We shouldn't be looking at this. Okay, thank you for fucking. Okay, so yeah. So it was a stupid, which is why we got rid of it. But one of the rules we had regarding that channel was that the pictures of the GIFs were supposed to be safe for work. I only started using the server as a safe space after the server got bigger and we stopped the sex jokes. As of right now, the server is 18+. Motherfucker, you even in the comments of my videos, you begrudgingly are upset that people cared. You blame other people, not yourself. You take zero responsibility. You fucking freak.
Yeah, I also don't buy their excuse of, it was just such a hassle to remove all those minors. I'm not gonna do it with a smile on my face. It's just
yeah, like it's such levels of cope and the bullshit.
That's just, yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you saying, man? Like, this isn't like she didn't do this. And she's also like, this is a really good example. She is lying to Blackishhh in this, because what she isn't identifying is that, and she mentions it before, but it's not really identifying it, is that she begrudgingly changed it only because people complained that it would have stayed that way if nobody looked in. And some of those images, like, you have it's like what they said. The purpose of the channel was to simp over characters. Why are you sharing characters that you have attractions to with minors as a 21-year-old? How is that appropriate? It's not. It's a rhetorical question.
Dude.
Fucking Christ.
I just want this to be, yeah, like, honestly, like, the red flag was accurate, bro. It's like,
yeah,
that always goes like the fucking like self-exploration, like, you know, for minors thing, like, you know, it's like, you should not be hosting that in a Discord server.
Yes.
No way at all. You have no authority to do so, because it just, every time without fail, even if there's like nuance to be given, you just look like a pedophile. Like
Courtney Pete.
yeah, it's so bad.
But that's like, I think that's ultimately, for me, that's what I feel is this is not an appropriate place for exploration of likes, dislikes, things like that. And like, okay, here's a fun fact for you that people don't like to talk about, but it's reality. Yes. Do kids find porn on the internet? Yes. But like the idea that you are facilitating it in some fashion of what minors, remember, under the people under the age of 18 are liking and disliking, is actually, to me, insane. Like, yeah. It's incredibly bizarre, and the standard that is happening is not okay, I guess. But you and other adults talking about sex with minors, even if it went down, doesn't sit right with me. Like, what's the point of something being safe for work if you do still talk about NSFW in an NSFW way? Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. No, fuck whatever. But this ain't gonna work. I get that you eventually change the server to 18 plus, which is good, only as a reaction to the Google Doc, something he's not identifying. I get that you eventually change the server, blah, 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 blah. How irresponsible it is to have them kind of conversations around minors. Ain't that type of irresponsibility I want around me. And get the fuck off the internet too, not only for the server shit, because you clearly cannot handle your reputation or platform. If you want to keep doing YouTube, sure, but if you're gonna kill yourself, if you're gonna what?
Yeah,
but you're gonna kill yourself if you keep using social media, because practically no one has anything good to say about you right now. I hope you at least try to get better, man. Huh?
Also want to say too, this doesn't change how I feel about 90% of the other shit. The Discord shit is what should have been said the entire time. You niggas are bitching at Limus for the most
harps are expensive
menial shit ever. Anytime they have an opinion, y'all make.
You know what's crazy? That's your entire sector, though. Unironically, that's the entire media critique sector, because we critiqued Limus for it, and I wonder who Limus hid behind.
Make it a thing. That's why I didn't even fucking take this shit seriously, right? Niggas wasn't coming at me like, oh, look at the server, look at this, the doc. No, it was like fucking.
I did.
Oh, Limus didn't like kids.
I like literally like unironically, like if the guy actually watched my fucking video, I said it. You and I said it. We talked about it. We discussed it.
Yep.
Like a lot of people were telling you to read the doc. You just didn't care when we said it. You cared when a homie told you, which is fair. It happens, but just highlight that. Yeah, he doesn't want to admit I'm right. Very weird. And also, a lot of people said to read the doc. You just believed Limus when Limus said it was nothing.
Oh, Limus had an opinion. Like, nigga, no one fucking cares. How the fuck are you defending a massive people who's same people who find comfort in Angel's character and keeps Brandon out to be a group? Is it crazy I think they're both groomers? Is it crazy I think they're both like that? I mean, think about it. We're all...
Is there evidence that Brandon is a groomer?
No. That's the reason why Limus got shat on for it.
What the fuck?
But yeah, the person who even came out about Limus, like, you know, not Limus, sorry, lol, like Brandon Rogers, didn't even claim it was grooming. Like, that was like self-inserted by Limus themselves. You see, I went over this shit like a while ago, right? And it had something to do with like Brandon Rogers, like, you know, having like an editor. They agreed to pay them by exposure.
Yes.
Right. And I think like they ended up actually doing so anyways later on, but they got pretty emotional about it because I guess like they tried to go to VidCon or whatever to meet up Brandon Rogers, but security pulled them away because they just looked like a crazy parent with a kid that were like coming at them aggressively. So they feel like they were wronged.
Yeah.
It's pretty it's very baseless.
Yeah, and Starly and in the chat is saying the person didn't even name Brandon Rogers back then, but Limus just assumed it was him based on some unspecific reason. I also replied to two of them. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's funny. Only one. only one. That's so funny. Oh my god, only one. That's what August 3rd. Only one. April 20th.
I'm not crashing out, bro.
I mean, yes, it's very funny to make fun of your haters. I will say that. So Blackishhh thinks his friend is a pedophile. Maybe, just maybe, don't include your haters in it when you're openly calling somebody a pedophile. That's just me. Unironically, I think this video is fair to some regard. But like, again, a lot of people were telling you, we're telling you that Limus was a problem, and you ignored us because you didn't care. That is on you. In my personal opinion, that's what I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but you told me that you watched my stream. I don't know.
I'll be streaming Silk Song.
All right, I don't really care. Good job, Blackishhh. Good job. I know that I know he's like streaming, and he may have talked about Limus a little bit. Oh, he even liked my comment. Oh no! I was like, hey man, I would do and I told you so move, and how they popped into my comments trying to fight and fail at me. Crazy how this shit happens when the warning signs are incredibly visible. Thank you, Blackishhh. You know what, Blackishhh? All is forgiven, buddy. All is forgiven. All right. So Pink King has also made a video. This is Pink King's video. Pink King was also involved in Blackish's video regarding size scribbles. So we are going to get there. We're going to get through this. So what he says right now is, I want to clarify that I'm not going to be making accusations or anything in this video because I feel I am not qualified or the right person to do so. This is more my thoughts and feelings about foreseeing everything that has come out and my interactions with Limus personally. This is not the type of content I want to make or will continue to make, but this is something I need to talk about because I worry Limus will go radio silent on this matter. Generally, I hope that Limus responds to maybe clarify or disprove these claims, but from what I've seen, I'm not hopeful, and so I will refuse to stay silent on it. Man, this feels weirdly like the ACC too. Right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's technically another branch because media reviewers.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you got your like, you know, what is it, Ellis Marks, Saber Sparks, you know,
Yeah.
like it's kind of another branch. It's weird. It's a similar mindset.
Yeah, this is a really weird, like, fun little divert of the ACC SCC. Welcome back, ACC.
Yeah, you see, technically, right? Media review is like the niche you go into when you're done with drama. It's like it's like a retired ACC channel, like most of the time. It's really funny.
And for those of you unaware, or maybe in the dark, a Google Doc has recently came out.
It's not recent, motherfuckers. It's been out for months. You people just didn't care about the people bringing it to you at the time, in my personal opinion. Come on.
This is what happens when you have like a side versus side type of drama. You're way too focused on like the other side. Like and you don't like want to hear when people like point out like, you know, motherfuckers on your side. You're too close to like, you know, allies with people. I think that's kind of like what happened. They all kind of like, you know, just stayed way too allied with each other that they didn't bother looking into each other because they're too focused on who they were going against.
Yeah.
It's fucking them over. So
I'll leave a link to that Google Doc in the description of this video.
Okay, sure. Okay, starting off kind of starting off. Okay.
If you want to go check it out for yourself, do so there. I'm not going to show it here. I can't handle looking at it right now or editing it into the video. So if you want to see it,
okay, listen. It's not. Listen. It's not that fucking like. Listen, it's not great, but like it's not like the fucking like. It's fucking like what? It's not Vosh's folder. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't know, Falgi. Have you seen it though?
Yes, I have.
It's pretty bad. I don't know, Falgi. It's pretty bad.
God,
dude.
this is because you know what this is like. Unironically, my problem with this video is that it does sound like a woe is me moment.
It seems a little performative.
Yeah, it's incredibly performative. It's like a woe is me thing, which is okay. We're all a little performative as content creators, but this is very weird.
I'm someone who's been defending Limus a lot in the past.
Yeah.
Like a year ago when they were getting backlash for their Angel Dust video or the whole situation with Psy. I did defend them.
Yo! Listen, I'm gonna say it, and I know some people are not gonna like it, but you should absolutely take a victory lap on this thing. She should.
She tried, actually.
Yeah.
She tried, actually. It did not go well.
I know it didn't go well because a lot of people then brought up the shit in her Discord. I do know that. I did hear.
Because the first person to take a jab was Blackish.
Yeah. She got clowned on again. I did see that.
And now knowing I've been defending someone capable of thinking and saying all this stuff, it genuinely, it upsets me.
Okay.
I'm so upset over this. Because I've let you all down.
This was like you and my
this
stream, dude.
This is not me, motherfucker.
This is exactly you and my stream.
This is not me, motherfucker. Fuck
this is,
off.
dude, this is their Kumo, dude. Like this.
Oh my god, it is their Kumo! It's their Kumo! No! Oh my god, that's so fucked. That's so fucked. I can't believe we're here again. You fucking asshole. You're such a cocksucker.
I've only found out about this myself when the doc came out, and I actually...
No, the doc's been out for over a month. Okay, so they confronted him. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but a Google Doc has recently come out about you on Twitter with some screenshots of things you've done / said. That I'm going to be honest, some of the things that I that are in very questionable, so I'm coming to you as someone who's gotten to know you a bit over some time and wants to hear your side and respectfully ask for your explanation. I'm sorry if this catches you off guard. I'm not accusing you of anything, but I'm concerned and would like some answers if you wouldn't mind explaining, because from my interactions with you, I don't believe that you'd be you're a bad person, but kind of need to address this stuff. So here's my thing, right? Let's say, for instance, that they had this video in the chamber during the Psy stuff, because the doc came out so during the Psy stuff. That would look terrible.
Would look so bad. That would be horrendous.
Yeah, because I think Blackish's DMs have times, and it is like current day or within the time frame.
Yeah.
But like, if that's true and they knew about the doc and sat on the doc and let that video go out, again, I'm not saying that that is the case, but if that was the case, that is incredibly bad, because it just says that you guys were more gung-ho about attacking Psy than you were about recognizing Limus's really shitty behaviors and irresponsible behaviors. Okay, I know about the Google Doc. Again, they said that they knew about him, because if you remember, or knew about her, because if you remember, it is regarding Pink King made a video defending the Angel Dust as a bad sexual assault victim. Again, I don't give a fuck, but that's not the point. You're all not teenagers. You're all like, you're in your early 20s, if not even hitting 20 yet. Insane.
Yeah, young adults.
Again, I'm not here to accuse you of anything. I just need to know a few things, because some of this stuff is concerning me personally, and I hope you could explain your side to me. I don't think everything here is bad, like Blue Sky likes and stuff. But what's the deal with not wanting to implement a chat strictly for 18+ conversations? Thank you, Pink King. That's another factor that I had forgotten. This is something that I didn't actually get the chance to address, that I'm actually glad that Pink King looks at this. There were conversations where there were more adult people in the server straight up telling Limus, hey, maybe you should make like an 18+ chat so this stops becoming an issue. And Limus refused to do it. She just threw it away. It said, nah, it's fine. We'll take, like, it's gonna be okay.
And while we were never really good friends, we were people who got on with each other, and I even lended them a hand with writing their response to Psy. A response,
oh, okay,
mind you, where Limus called someone else out for doing the exact same shit that she was exposed for doing in this doc.
You know what? Good point, Pink King. Very good point. I wonder how you'll address that.
It's fucking disgusting, and I'm so angry at myself for not noticing this, because
how were you gonna notice it? There was a fucking Discord. Why would you? Okay, the problem is that you guys are like, oh, a safe space for children? That's a great idea. That's my issue. What you guys are not noticing is that kids should not be in a fucking Discord.
This is what happens when you give media reviewers a case. It's awesome.
Oh my god. Stop. Okay.
Again, we weren't close, but I feel like I knew them well enough to deem them safe. But it turns out otherwise.
Fuck me. Like, this is such woe is me coping. Holy fuck. This is an incredibly self-centered video.
Yeah.
This is incredibly self-centered. At
it's
least
very ACC coded.
Yeah, this is the AC. This is a rant Sona. This is the ACC. And again, like, I get it. This Pink King feels hurt because they defended them. That I can agree with. That I can actually agree with. But you defended them on your own volition. And yes, the stuff about their Discord didn't come out, but it was only 18+ after the document was made.
I don't know, man. I guess I need to just tell someone. Just tell you all how I feel, because after seeing this...
No, you don't. First mistake. Don't do this. Make a public statement being like, I'm incredibly... this is incredibly alarming. Do not tell me how you feel like this. Stop. Pink King, chill. Because if this ever happens again, people are going to look at this and be like, well, you did this before. Listen, it's okay to lead with some of your emotions in your content. I do that. It's very obvious that I do that. But like,
See, it's like it's so much shit. It's like it just screams like amateur hour. So it's like,
yeah,
it's very clear we're not dealing with like commentators dealing with this shit. Like even though yes, they sometimes make commentaries, they're not very familiar with the space really. Like how to go about this shit.
Yeah, but they did press up on Psy, and you know what I mean. And they made call-out videos on her.
Yeah, I mean, Pink King's a little interesting because it's like it was more starting off as like a self-defense thing with like a bunch of like I would say like this face.
Yes, because
like,
of their defense video of slimes. If I remember
they
correctly,
also like
too.
Well, they defended themselves as well because there was a situation where Psy was talking about misogynistic people and just lumped in their video, framing like Pink King as a misogynist.
That is
and
true.
they made the defense video, but then they gave them, I think, like an overall like amount of good faith. They didn't try to like think that they were super bad faith. Then they did a follow-up video because Psy was crashing out over the first video, where I think they went like a little gun ho.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, so I agree. I remember looking at it in comparison before all of that. Before I reacted to Blackishh's video, yeah.
I think with Psy was definitely like a ticket for them, and like like they haven't really engaged with the commentary community essentially. Like besides like before Psy, it's kind of interesting. So it was their way in, and it's like this Limus is their way out, bro.
yeah, I think it is. I think it might be. I think the band is never getting back together again.
And even more so, I'm disappointed in them because I felt like they were being truthful and honest with me. But when I confronted them...
Yeah, they truthfully liked being inappropriate around minors.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've addressed it on my Blue Sky. It was made without the consent or knowledge of the people that the document claims I, quote, groomed. That's not how that works because grooming victims don't always know they're groomed. Again, I am not alleging that Limus is a groomer or a pedophile. I'm just pointing it out there.
Yeah, it's just a dumb argument.
None of the shit in the doc holds any weight. Not true. It's relying on whataboutisms. Oh my god.
Debate pro term detected.
Oh my god. The idea of whataboutisms when they're screenshots.
Come here, Limus. Let's engage in a friendly conversation. I just want to talk to them.
The sex jokes I've made in my server were from when the server had less than 50 people in it and before younger people started to join in. I've since dialed that back a lot of shit since. Me not wanting an 18 plus channel is because I didn't want a channel where NSFW stuff is present and it's possible for minors to get in. Me and my mods are not going to be asking for state IDs to check age. It's a lot more work and danger than it's worth. The document who was made by people who are friends with a zoophile and pedophile named Chai. And it's being spread around not for the purpose of protecting any children, but for the purpose of defaming, I'm assuming, me. However, you have public posts of you begrudgingly changing your server to 18 plus. You literally posted on a comment in my video where you are ultimately incredibly sad that other people told you it was inappropriate. Your words, not mine. But then again, this stuff has been going on with more younger people joining the server. Whether that's your fault or the moderator is not noticing it, I don't know. And if it's ever going to be a possibility, it's important to either create a chat dedicated to only that, or you're going to hit the limit who can access the server, because when it comes to this, there's shouldn't be any gray area where it's possible. We are already doing that in our server. Good. I hope you guys can figure it out here, because the fact of the matter is that has unfortunately happened. Whether intentional or not, I simply do not know, but from my interactions with you, I don't think you did it maliciously or something. I think you guys made a big mistake in not fortifying this before you did it. If I had to give you advice, it would be to either restrict the server for 18 plus members only, or to restrict certain chats to 18 plus only, because as difficult as it can be, you can't afford to have a middle ground here. Either all is okay or none of it is okay when you're going to talk about sex or sharing suggestive images. So I want dates on these. Do you know why I want dates on these?
I mean, I would want them because I'm curious when this combo happens.
Yeah, I am incredibly curious because this sounds like these are the people Limus said pushed them to do it.
Yeah, which that would be around a month ago, which would mean that if that is the case, I mean, even with Blacklist, you said Well, like you let them know about this directly or indirectly?
Indirectly, because they watched the video.
So that means that there's a possible case that these people just genuinely sat on this for like a month.
Yeah. Let's see. It's been a lot having to deal with the past week, and it's gotten to the point where it's had me in sleepless nights. The screenshots from that document over half a year ago, and it's used to make me look horrible and add new context to it. You can't expect me to be in a good mood. I'm not denying that the jokes I made in the server were crude and immature, but I stopped doing that shit months ago. I understand, but everyone else doesn't. Again, I'm not trying to make you upset or anything, but as someone who has gotten to know you and who has stuck their neck out for you, I do care about you and wish nothing but the best for you. Again, my intent here is not to attack you or nothing, but I feel like you need someone to calmly lay it out for you, because right now you keep relatively silent on this most platforms, but that's only going to make you look more guilty even if you're not. I know it might be extremely tough or hair pulling, but avoiding it isn't going to help. And if you need support in this process or just someone to vent to, I'm more than happy to listen one-on-one. I just want you to make it clear where you stand, because the longer you don't address it or apologize for it, the more it's going to be used against you in the future.
No, this doesn't mean I'm going to be all buddy-buddy with Sai now, because
Nobody
even with all this,
cares, you stupid fucks. You should be buddy-buddy with me, though. No, why? Nobody cares about Sai, dude.
They have to mention it because it's a side versus side thing.
Unironically,
like
this
that.
is more attention than her fucking videos have gotten.
I know. It's really weird because it's like it does kind of put them in a little bit of a chokehold now.
It does.
It's
It does.
like if they like have been criticizing Sai, and especially for like the server shit.
Yeah.
Naturally, Limus, like they're gonna have to talk about Limus. So it's like, but then they also can't talk about Limus without like disavowing Sai, because it looks like
yeah, like this is so.
I hate side versus side shit, dude. It's like
it's just so fucking cocked.
Yeah, and like notice like I don't think it's a coincidence that both Pink King and Blackishhh dropped their video like around the same time.
Oh yeah, no, they coordinated this 110%.
Yeah, like
within days of each other, like, or hours of each other.
Yeah, it's genuinely like mental, dude.
Especially if they all have like a group chat. By the way, if they all had a group chat where Limus was crashing out, talking about like game ending and shit like that, I don't know.
So don't think that this is me switching up for the sake of it. This is me being just so genuinely hurt right now. I trusted you. I gave you my trust.
He trusted him! Or her, excuse me. They were trusted! It's always trusting. I can't believe I trusted and defended them on their media critiques.
Dude, I know that's also like a disconnect, because it's not like they ever like publicly was like, I see nothing wrong with Limus's Discord server. Like that, it's so scuffed. Like they see like new information and they're responding to newer information. And with Pink King, I don't know how much like if they haven't seen it prior. I know it's like it would be more helpful to see timestamps of Twitter DMs, but I have no clue. I can't make that claim. But it's just very, it's very funny. Like I don't know. It's very interesting.
But it's interesting to again make yourself the center of this story when I don't know who you are. He says, how are the Helliverse hate them kitties, Blackishhh, Artis, TDS, all surprised that their good buddy Limus T Slime having a Discord full of young minors when their response was back to me in May. I know that Limo, I know it'd be more surprising if people were talking about NSFWs in your 43-year-old Discord, by the way, where minors were present, with no shutdown for moderation. The cum chalice. Spider Gabe, I know that doesn't change the fact that this is also a weirdo for talking to kids on Discord. Okay, except the vast Sai Scribbles goes on to say, fuck me. Sai, you did not double down. Sai, fucking shut up. Except the vast majority of my fan base are in their 20s or older. Couldn't say the same for Limus or probably Blackishhh either. Every accusation is a confession. Oh no.
You know what's really funny about that? it makes it seem like they're like, I talk to kids, but I also talk to more fucking adults in this creep, okay?
That literally was like, it makes you sound like you're talking to children. It doesn't matter what it's in reference to. It's a common sense thing not to talk about drinking cum.
I might just have to send you the DMs.
Drinking cum for the reference. What's your DMs? My guy, you put rape in the caption of a video, the 18 plus. Oh my god, there are no minors. Because putting rape in the thumbnail of a video marked 18 plus is notoriously the worst thing to talking to minors about drinking cum at a server that had minors in it. So they're saying that on the 3rd they found out about it. I'm genuinely sick to my stomach right now seeing all this, but I feel like I owe it all of you to say this because in the past I've been a big defender of Limus, but what I've seen is genuinely inexcusable and deserves to be called out. So this is in reference to Limus's video. And
just fucking picture laughing.
And you're being a little shit, but I kind of like it. And I respect. You know what? I respect the game. Game recognizes game. And if you see this, bud, respect.
That's awesome, bro.
That is rubbing salt in the motherfucking wound. That is so petty. Let's go, Ed.
What happened? Oh, jeez.
Gosh.
Golly gee willikers, what do you mean?
That's so fucking funny. I have to admit that that's like fucking hilarious. So it seems like maybe they found out on the 3rd when the video released, but even I'm kind of crazy. Sai responded to Ant's comment. Oh, wait, that's actually really funny. Hold up. Come on. I gotta see it. What happened was hating the same cartoon and spamming comments about me. Being old was more important to this group than paying attention to when I was calling attention to this 5 months ago. If I remember correctly, she does call to the fact because she told me that there were minors in the Discord. I don't think we knew how bad it was at the time, but she is correct. Sai is correct. Sai did call out Limus for this. I will give it to Sai. She did do that.
Yeah, I think I honestly should have rubbed any of them the wrong way that they were Limus, like how it did live without anyone else, that like it was being referred to as a safe space.
Yeah. This document was created July 7th. It is now September 3rd. No, September 5th, my time. 5th. This document was created months ago, was covered. It made the front page of r/YouTube drama, which again, you can have mixed feelings about that, but it was there. Like, again, this doc has been known about and circulated for months now.
Yeah.
You guys didn't look into your friend because you didn't believe the people criticizing your friend. Very special shout out to A Space. Links to his chat, links to his channel are not going to be here because fuck him.
Thank God. Not kidding.
Here you go. Listen, I can go to the channel. You can see his channel right here. Is this what you wanted, chat? Ace, do you have anything else to tell the people before we go?
No, I mean, I just hope everyone has a good night.
Good night, everybody. Good night, chat. And remember, I love you guys.